Welcome back, scholars. It is Thursday, May 21st, and today's problem kind of links to yesterday's problem. Remember how Miss Fraser ordered those pies for that amazing event? Well, today we're kind of talking about the same event, but today is about Miss Young and some plates of oranges. So I'm going to go back, plates of oranges cut into slices. For the same school event from yesterday, Miss Young has 9 plates. She puts 8 orange slices on each plate. How many orange slices does Miss Young have? Is your question for today. So we're going to go right into our retelling. Again, if you need to pause real quick, this is the time, because if not, I'm going to go cover out that problem very quickly so that we can do our retelling. You ready? All right, pause and retell. Okay, this is getting easier and easier every day, and that's so good. So let's keep going. So from the same school event, we're gonna first tell you that this is CGI sheet 38. I'm jumping way too quickly today, so make sure you have that sheet ready, and then now I will read to you. From the same school event from yesterday, Miss Young has 9 plates. She puts 8 orange slices on each plate. How many orange slices does Miss Young have? This is your turn to pause real quick and then read the problem to me. Okay. Now, we're going to go right into our cubes. Make sure you are circling the key numbers and units, because this is what the story is telling you. So, for the same school event from yesterday, Miss Young has, right there, I bumped right into a number and a unit, 9 plates. She puts 8 orange slices on each plate. So I already noticed that my units are different, so this is going to be a different type of problem. How many orange slices does Miss Young have? Alright, so no other numbers were going to happen to you for underline the question. So for our questions so far, all of our questions have been at the end. Sometimes that won't be true, but make sure you're looking for that question mark. How many orange slices does Miss Young have? Boxing the math action word is really important, because you're trying to pick out what words are going to help you figure out what's going on. And that one today is each plate. So if you notice, if Miss Young has 9 plates and she's putting 8 orange slices on each plate, what is that telling you? And how are you going to figure that out? So imagine you have all these plates in front of you, and on each one you're putting 8 orange slices on each plate, just like you saw in that photo in the beginning. How are you going to show me that? All right. So, do you think she's going to have more or less than 8 orange slices? Well, you need to pause and explain to me why you think so, because you need to have a thought for why. You need to go like, well, what I thought was, and you need to just tell me, because that's how you explain yourself, and that's how you explain your answers. So I hope you paused right now and you're telling me why. Okay, but can you prove it? Now, I want you to look at this page and make sure that they're done before you watch my videos. So, my videos these days have been in one video shot, and I'm trying to show you the harder way and then trying to show you easier ways of why I would choose one method over the other, because I think there's always an easier way to do this type of problem. So, I will see you in a little bit with my video, but with your work finished.
Very similar to yesterday's, I want to start off with Miss Young has 9 plates, and then she puts 8 orange slices on each. And now we want to know how many orange slices she has on each plate. So this is going to be one of those where I just run through it in one video, because I think they connect to each other. So the first thing we should do is draw our plates. So this is going to be a lot of plates. So we're going to have to draw 9 plates. And on each plate, you need 8 orange slices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then you're gonna have to count all of these. So 8, because we already know there's 8 on each one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is gonna take a while. So if you add 16, if you add 8 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Ooh. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And I know that 40 plus 8 is 48, so I'm not going to count that. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 64, 64, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. 72. Whew, that took way too long. So let's try to figure out a easier method to do that with. So just like yesterday, that took too long. I'm going to go a slightly different route right there. And I'm going to draw my 9 circles, which are my plates. I'm going to put 8 in each one because there's 8 orange slices. Instead of just drawing them, writing them out would be a lot easier. Then I'm going to add them side by side together. So if I do 8 and 8, I get 16. If I add that more, it'll be 24. If I add 8 more, if you can't do it, I would do it right underneath. So 8 and 4 is 12. 1 more is 3. Then this is 32. Then you're going to add another one. And then that would become a 40. Then you can go over here and add more. And then you would just keep adding. And I know that's 48. 16, 56, then add another one, 4, and then 64, and then I don't have a lot of space down here, so I'm actually going to move it over here. 72, which we got the same answer, but this took a lot less time than counting all of them. So then there must be a better way. And yes, that is my doubles. I know you've been itching to do it the whole time because I have when I was looking up here going, oh, this would be so much easier if we did it in doubles. So here we go again with our 9 circles. If you notice, my circles are a lot smaller because I know I'm only writing the number 8 in them. Compared to my first method, my circles are a lot bigger because I knew I was going to draw in them. So you really need to think about what you're doing with your circles before you draw them. Because if I were to draw 8 lines in here or 8 circles in here, it would be way too small. So now let's do doubles, which is so much easier. So these are all 16s. Don't forget that you have to drop down that 8. So now you see it's a number bond. So it's just a really tricky number bond is what we're making right now. And 2 and 2 is 4. 3 and 3 is 6. We're going to add 8 more. To that, and again we got 72, and this way was a lot quicker because you know that 8 and 8 is 16, 8 and 8 is 16, 8 and 8 is 16. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and this was so much easier to add than this, and it was so much easier to do than this. So what you're trying to figure out is find the easiest and simplest method that you can come up with.
Now that you saw my methods and you finished your work, this is what I came up with as my ending. So what's really important that this is technically a multiplication problem, but it's also a repeated addition problem, which is very similar to yesterday's. And this one is Miss Young has 72 slices of oranges. Great job, and I will see you tomorrow.